In this video, we will learn about the concept of acceleration. We will also learn how to interpret it graphically, and we will learn how to draw acceleration vectors on motion diagram. Motion with constant velocity is not very common and it is not practical either. Objects that are moving usually have their velocities that are changing. Just this information that velocity change from one value to another is not enough. We are usually interested to know how quickly did that change happen. For example, a car changes velocity from 30 miles per hour to 40 miles per hour, and another car also undergoes the same change in velocity from 30 to 40 miles per hour. But car A undergoes this change in 5 seconds and car B undergoes this change in 15 seconds. To incorporate this extra information about how quickly this change happened, we need to introduce another concept, and that concept is of acceleration. So, acceleration is defined as time rate of change of velocity. Because it's a rate, so we can write its formula in words as average acceleration is the ratio of change in velocity over change in time. Symbolically, we can write it like this: A average, this AV subscript tells us that it is average, equals delta V over delta T. Let's get the units of acceleration from this formula. Units of velocity are meter per second, so units of change in velocity will also be meters per second. So meter per second divided by units of time are seconds. So the units of acceleration are meter per second, and we can simplify this complex fraction like so: meter per second times 1 over second equals meter per second square. Although saying the units of acceleration as meter per second seems longer, but initially when we are learning the concept, saying the units in this longer form is usually helpful. Let's look at an example of an object that is at rest and then starts to move and speeds up at a rate of 2 meter per second per second. So its acceleration is 2 meter per second square. This per second here is telling us that in 1 second, the speed of the object is changing by a value of 2 meter per second. Let's put some numbers in this table for the same object that has an acceleration of 2 meter per second square. So in each second, the speed of the object changes by 2 meter per second. So if it starts from rest, after 1 second, its speed would have increased by 2 and would have a value of 2. And then at 2 seconds, it would have again increased by 2, so the value would be 4. And continuing this pattern, at 3 and 4 seconds, it would be 6 and 8 respectively. So in each second, the speed is changing by a value of 2. How about the distances covered? We have not learned the formula of calculating it yet, but I will tell you the final answer. We will learn about how to calculate these distances later on, but right now you need to notice one thing. The displacement or distance formula that we have been using so far is not valid here. Just check any of the rows. Velocity times time does not give you the displacement. 2 times 1 does not give you 2 here. Similarly, 4 times 2 should be 8. It's not giving 8. So why is this formula not working here? Because this formula is only for constant velocity. And here velocity is not constant. We already know that it is changing at a rate of 2 meter per second each second. So please do not use the formula of constant velocity when there is acceleration present. Moreover, what do you think about the motion diagram of this situation? Would it be like this, the dots equally spaced? Well, dots equally spaced tell us that the speed is constant. And right now we know that the speed is not constant. So this won't be the motion diagram of the scenario here. In fact, the dots would be getting farther apart as the object keeps on getting faster. Average acceleration can be defined as the constant acceleration needed to produce a certain change in velocity in a given time. An object's velocity may or may not change at a constant rate, but for a given change in velocity on a certain time period, if we assume a constant rate of change of velocity, then that information would be provided by average acceleration. Let's look at a velocity versus time graph. Whenever you have a graph to read, always look at the title and look at the axes. So it is velocity versus time graph, which means velocity is on the y-axis and time is mentioned second, so time is on the x-axis. This is velocity versus time graph of a certain object. What do you think? Is position changing? Is velocity changing? Take a minute to think about it. You may pause the video. Let's start with this question. Is velocity changing? This is velocity versus time graph. So it tells us the values of velocities at different values of time. And we can see that the values of velocities are changing. So yes, velocity is changing. What about position? The object is in motion and its speed is changing, which means its position is changing as well. What about the slope of this graph? Let's calculate the slope. Using these 2 points A and B, rise is of 10 meters per second. So 30 minus 20 divided by run is of 2 seconds. So 6 minus 4, which gives us a value of 5 for the slope. What about the units of slope? It is rise, which is the y quantity, over run, which is the x quantity. So rise is meters per second over run is just seconds. Simplified, it gives us meter per second square. But have we seen this unit before? Yes, for acceleration, the units of acceleration are meter per second square. So if the units of slope of VT graph is meter per second square and units of acceleration are also meter per second square, we can conclude that slope of a velocity versus time graph is acceleration. This useful information helps us to figure out acceleration graphically.